Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN. Thanks for tuning in. Final hour of the trading day. We got about 53 minutes to go, and you have markets under pressure yet again. We just dipped below yesterday's low in the S&Ps, and we're sitting right at that price level. Negative price action today, and you have a banking issue with two pretty large regional banks, Zion Corp, Jefferies, Western Alliance in there. Jump around Western Alliance. We didn't cover the top. Yeah, look at this. Western Alliance down by 12%. The regional bank index, the KRE, down by 6.3%, and that's after we had a sell-off yesterday. You check it out, man. We jump over to the markets right now. S&Ps, we're down by 52 points, or 0.8%. We're trading at 66.62. And when you take a look at the volume, we're going to have some volume today, folks, okay? On the S&Ps, we've currently done 1.8 million contracts, going against barely 1.9 yesterday and 2 yet the day before. With this type of acceleration, I imagine you're going to get some volume and you're going to take out what we did the last couple of days on the S&P. NASDAQ 100, pretty similar action. Already a big number. NASDAQ 100, we've done 644,000 contracts, which is already more than you did all day yesterday. We're down by 0.5% or 134 points right now. The Dow off by 321 or 0.7%. Again, the Dow more volume than we did yesterday, more volume than you did on Monday already. We got volume to the downside. And the Russell down by 2.2% right now. You jump over to yields. So we got a 10-year approaching. We might be there right now. In terms of we're under 4%. We're at about 3.97. Let's check it out. You pull up the yield on the 10-year, 3.976. So technically you round up 3.98. That's a daily. But yeah, the flight to safety. Risk off, selling the market, buying fixed income, yields dropping with the 10-year at 3.97 right now. And on weaker yields, you have a weaker dollar. Part of the gold conversation. Now, gold held up so well. Well, the dollar strengthened, almost trading higher still with it. And then when you get the pullback in dollar, you're getting a further acceleration in that gold contract. Dollars off 438 ticks at 98.35. And gold up $105, 2.5% to the upside, 43.06, $4,306 an ounce. You know what's remarkable is that there's just over 28 grams in an ounce, 28.3495. That's what Google's telling me. And if you take 4307 and divide it by 28.35, we'll call it, you're talking about more than $151 a gram. $151 a gram of gold. Whew. And you know, I remember when there would be grams and they were viewed as not being worth too much, because when gold was trading around $350 an ounce, grams were $12. Grams are now $151 a gram for gold. $3,490. We take a look at the volume, and it's been strong all this way up. You have that last Thursday pullback that was quite a spike in the selling there. But all things considered, you take a look at the weekly. Look at this ramp up. It just continues. Gold last week, 1.7 million contracts, and you're probably going to beat that this week, because already you're talking about 300,000 plus 400,000 plus 300, and we're at 350 already. So what is that, 1.35? We're going to come pretty close to, we're going to come into Friday at almost 1.4 million and change by the end of the day. Jump over to silver. And yeah, silver more volume than we have, but we have a couple volumes of selling, days of selling in silver. Nonetheless, we got metals trading higher. You jump over to copper. We pull back a bit this week. We're trading right now down 3 pennies on copper. You jump over to platinum, participating in the run higher, up by 3.1%, up $53 in platinum right now. 1-to-1 A to B, C to D just from that low of April, pushes it to about 1,900. And man, you look at platinum. Okay, platinum has been flat since about a 10-year run, folks, from August of 2015. Now, you got that spike during COVID 2021, that run up in everything. But yeah, right there, 10 years, and boom, you're accelerating. You have highs out here from 2011 of about 1918, and you're 1-to-1 A to B, C to D on platinum. It's not slowing down. Look at this volume on Platinum. 41, almost 42,000 contracts. That's going to be the biggest weekly volume going back to, that's daily. Yeah, biggest day in almost a month. Okay, let's talk a little banks, because the last thing we want is a bank crisis. And it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, but you never know, right? They always come out of the woodworks, and it happens pretty quickly in terms of the unraveling. So you check out some of the headlines. And we've been hearing about these loans, right? The two auto companies that are failing, the exposure of some of these banks, well, it's rippling today, okay? Jeffries said the hedge fund it runs are owed $715 million. UBS has about $500 million. And jumping back one more time for some of the numbers that they listed here. Yeah, auto lender Tricor Holdings, okay? Now, what is different here? Yeah, so shares of Zion disclosed a $50 million charge-off. Okay, these are some of the numbers that really started escalating things today. Underwritten by its wholly owned subsidiary, California Bank and Trust in San Diego, Western Alliance Bank Corp said it's dealing with a borrower that failed to provide collateral loans in first position. As of now, they seem two relatively isolated but sizable regional banks. Now, what they list here is they're similar in size and scope to Silicon Valley Bank. The problem with Silicon Valley Bank, folks, is we all got a quick education of hold to maturity securities, right? And, we'll see if these loans reverberate, but that was a huge problem because we discovered, even Bank of America, massive. But look at this drop off, man. Okay, this month alone down from $70. You come into today at $55. So people in the know, you look at Western Alliance, okay? You're telling me people don't know what's going on in terms of the volatility. It's just exacerbating. Look at the volume coming in today. Western Alliance down by 10.8. If you're in any of these, folks, just draw a line in the sand. And there's your ETF for regional banks off 6.4%. All right, folks, we'll come on back and we're going to talk some Oracle, because Oracle is trading higher on the margin.